my sights on a brand new beginning. A steady rhythm will hold me to the shore. I've got my sights on a brand new beginning. A steady rhythm will hold me to the shore.
shots into Tokyo, and Tokyo needs to. I don't think he knows the dangerous situation he is in, but he is able to spoil it. To sense it. Oh my God! The BBL got ammo wrecked! Uh-oh, I think he is in deep trouble. Can't pull back, because if he pulls back, the ice ball will be ready to... Oh! Evening everyone, we are now going to be in the 4th River Skill Tournament Day 3. Everything's been decided, so I don't think the format's going to be that much of useful to talk about, but just to make sure, it's going to be a third day. It's going to be an 8-team single elimination with match for 3rd place tonight. The quarterfinals and semi-finals will be the best of 5, finals and match for 3rd place, best of 7, and here are the number of cups that each clan can earn tonight, 1st to the 8th place. And here you go, the schedule on the top right hand corner. Today will be the last day of previous skill, and the bottom left hand corner will be the overview. We will be streaming the professionals tournament on the 30th of September soon, and that will be played by the top 8 teams, and the middle echelon 9 to 16 place will play the Challengers tournament. They will be held in a two-stage double elimination. Yes, I got it. And finally, lower echelon championship, that will be between the 17th to the 22nd placing teams, and also they will be playing at a shorter period of time. Blitz Cup will be held in November on every Thursday and Friday, and this is the schedule. Quarterfinals will be held very soon, around 13 minutes, and final will be held an hour and 40 minutes later. And yes, no more guesses, because top 8 has been decided. Actually, let's look at the leaderboard. So far, we have top 8 being E7, RN, Feast, Ho, IDGV, HLV, and EA. And that will be our top 8 for the Asia server, and they will be playing professionals tournament. Bar special circumstances, we don't know if there might be some clans here that might have violated some rules, but consider it not, then these are the 8 clans that will be the professional tournament. 9 to the 16th position will be Laos, NQE7, Dur, 9B, IV, Quint, IVT, and Salmon. Okay, King would not be in the 16th position because they got lower clan performance rating than Salmon. So that means they will be playing in the lower echelon, and Salmon will be playing in the middle echelon. The grouping tonight, there is only one group tonight. RN and Feast are both through automatically to the semi-final. GV will be against E7, the quarterfinal, and EA versus NQE7. Even if NQE7 beats EA, they will not overtake EA, sadly. But let's update the leaderboard, shall we? We still have some time remaining. And here is the leaderboard. We will also look at the results of yesterday. Okay, let's generate the leaderboard once again. It's hidden, but it should show up once again soon. There we go. Here's leaderboard. E7R and Feast. I mean, I don't think there are any changes basically, but NQE7 very close. HLV were knocked out yesterday by GV, I believe. They will be sitting in the 8th position. Laos was knocked out as well yesterday, and NQE7 basically what they have to do tonight in order to overtake HLV is they can't do anything. Basically, NQE7 are through, are not through to the top 8. Even if they have the perfect run, finishing the first place, they will not be overtaking HLV. So yes, just to confirm once again, the top 8 would be once again E7, RNV, GV Ho, IDE, and HLV. And as we look at the past results. Okay, so group 1 we have ID, NQE7, E7, Laos. It's such a tough group actually, I would say. But E7 lost to NQE7 2 times 0-2, and that gave NQE7 lots of rating points. And suddenly they jumped to the 4th place. But I think NQE7, that top 8 form came in way too late, and that means they won't be able to secure the top 8. If their top 8 form came slightly earlier, I think they will still have a chance in the top 8, but alas, they showed up way too late. And I mean, I would say that performance yesterday definitely is better than some of the clans in top 8, but it's pretty much only yesterday, but we don't know what's going to happen tonight. But NQE7 dominated this group basically. ID also bowed out, losing to E702 quite convincingly as well. Laos, not sure what happened there, losing to E7 and ID 0-2, and sadly they will be bowing out of the top 8. I think it was kind of a slump. I think it's to do with experience. Maybe the stamina couldn't quite catch up, and suddenly people have expectations of Laos and they kind of crumble. They are still favorites to win the Challengers tournament though, but they have NQE7, which is a strong opponent. And then Group 2 we have RN 2-0 against IV, 2-1 against HLV, 2-0 against GB, pretty much winning this group. And HLV was so close to qualifying for tonight's games, but it was very crucial though, because GB and also HLV are still fighting for the top 8, and this is a big performance for GB actually. I think they were kind of inconsistent, but that's pretty much their usual previous skill tournament form. They were wildly inconsistent, but they will pick up in the professionals. They should pick up. We know very well that GB does it this way. Group 3 we have Ho losing to EA, not knocking out EA. However, if EA is knocked out, then NQE7 actually would have a chance to secure top 8, but EA beat Ho 2-0, and actually they are on upward spiral. Pretty much, they actually did much better. I think after what happened in the third previous skill tournament, which the performance was a bit meh in their standards. I think they're now starting to show up. So EA versus NQE7 will be such a good watch. I don't think that will be streamed by Rolling though, but it will be a good watch. And then yes, Der is knocked out, and sadly they were very close in beating some top 8 teams, but couldn't quite get it in the end. And yes, this is everything you need to know about yesterday, and I need to log in. I forgot to log in. Hopefully I can log in before the match starts. But just bear with me for a moment. I'm gonna say hello to everyone. Let's see who is in the chat. Oh, not a lot of people in the chat right now. Everything is decided already. So we just said which teams are which teams are going to be the top 8 teams, which teams are going to play in the Challengers tournament. Tonight's merely a kind of a fun stream. I mean, teams will definitely use this opportunity to train for their next stages. Especially for NQE7, tonight is going to be really good for them because they will not have a chance to play against the top 8 teams once again. So hopefully they will really use this chance to further cement their performance and actually do really well in the challenges. But we always have that one clan on the Asia server which is just ahead of everyone else, and it happened to the summer season, pretty much with Valorant, and winter season as well. And then we have the room invite up now, so that's good. Good to get ready, and we'll jump in soon. And get some containers. Let's go, and we'll go in. GB versus E7. All right. So because it's a fun stream, so don't mind me. Just I don't know. Let's see if I can get some jokes into this stream, please. Please don't mind me telling horrible jokes. I am not good with that. So GB versus E7. I would say. I mean E7 going for Sheridan. Yes, E7. Just can you take an unusual tank every single match? That would be really good indeed. As I say, all of these clans tonight have already qualified, so as I said multiple times, they're just going to be playing tonight for experience, for training. Nothing is at stake, so both teams will not feel pressured getting a better position because top 8 will not be seeded. Top 8 will not be seeded. They will be a double round robin series, so whichever position you finish tonight will not affect your seeding in the next round. So in the professionals tournament, EU server also, I will be following APA versus Phoenix first. EU server it's down to between APA and also A1M1 for the top 8 and Cash for the top 16. However, it will be really difficult for Cash. They are going to be facing Immortals first team first, and if they can dispatch them, then they have a chance, but it's going to be really slim. NA server, we have decided the top 16. All the top 16 teams decided it will be between Metro and Zero for the 8th spot. Zero did not qualify for the next day, for tonight. And Metro, they had to finish at least the 3rd place. And the first opponent they will be facing will be Purple, which is going to be hard, but better than facing Rain, Premor, and also Jokers in the first round. Not saying that Purple is an easy opponent for them, but it's probably the easiest out of the other 3 clans that I mentioned. But even if they beat Purple, they still have another strong clan to come up, and they need to get a 3rd place basically. So whether they can overcome another of the top 4 clan I mentioned earlier, that will be very tough. But never say never. We saw that before last season on the NA server. Actually, Purple and Straight pretty much went all the way to the final. I believe. I can't remember. So yes, that is possible. We could see upsets tonight on any server. I won't rule that out, but I don't think that will happen on the EU server tonight. Basically, AP has too many cups to overcome, and A1M1 has to achieve the 1st place. So, well, as I said, you're going to see some weird tanks for both teams. Don't be surprised, because that is going to be the night. That is not going to matter much in the Challengers tournament. But I have to emphasize that both the teams playing tonight would need to comply with the rules and regulations for the qualifiers. and we hope that we won't witness any rule violations on the stream, because these clans have trained for the autumn season for pretty much the entire month, and really for that one mistake to deny all your efforts would just be very sad. So let's hope that all the clans will have some fun tonight, but comply with the rules. So here we go. GB, red team. On the North Spore, we're going mostly to AB, and E7 also going mostly to AB, and Lesser Rose looking to reset B. But Tank Pro going for A first very quickly. Has to be really careful. I mean, looking at Tank Pro, will be spawning out a lot of tanks. Whether Tank Pro can get A would be a question, and Capricorn going up, I don't think will be able to do that. Professor, oh, that HE shell didn't quite hit though, but will deny E7 from getting A. Capricorn has gone in, but it's getting shot at. F saying HFS, but Gorilla 15 has received some hits with Capricorn now down to 1,364 hit points, and well, actually, GB didn't start really well here. E7 actually chipped away a lot of hit points of GB. To my surprise, I would have thought that Tank Pro and Milkshake would receive a lot of hits, but seems GB is unable to do that. Milkshake once again trying to go for A, has to be really careful. It's really playing with fire at the moment, and you don't want to burn the entire house down. I mean, we might have another meme. Not that's really evil baby girl. No, yeah, outside of the burning house. Maybe it's someone else. Maybe it's going to be someone from GB smirking at that occurrence, but it's not going to be the case. But GB keeps on bleeding. It's not something that GB will be happy about at the moment. Just don't bleed too much. Professor, great shot into Milkshake. Milkshake is really feeling the fire. They're really going aggressive. They're pressing GB hard, so that's great to see. And GB is struggling, really. They are now down by more than 2,000 hit points. If it continues this way, GB will have a hard time to win. And they're dropping even more hit points now that I think they're kind of, you know, under pressure, is it not? They're just not preserving hit points well. And that Gorilla is trying to put shots in, but probably not really successful. Milkshake potentially will be killing off Capricorn, but that's a slightly low roll there. And GV now down by almost 4,000 hit points. Well, can they make a push? Can they make a surprise here? Oh, Milkshake got tracked momentarily. GV might be looking to push onto Milkshake. And E7 is still pressing them hard, and they are now considering GB pretty much. I mean, looking at the line of E7, they are pushing that one very far forward now. GB is still holding. I'm not sure why they are not making a push now. They have the numbers, but they are allowing E7 to pretty much smack them like a drum. Yes. Except I don't want to recall a cupcake mix for that. But anyway, M4 going in, just trying to get kills, I think. Yes, great. That's good. No, I can't close the windows. I have closed the blinds, but the light still seeps through, so I can't do anything about that. With Berlin now dead, Tokyo is going to be the next tag down, potentially for GB. Yes, it is the case. Ho Chi being also down. E7, G7. E7 will get the first win. And GV, I would say, held their way too long. Not sure why they didn't make a push. Just, I don't know, they just allowed E7 to farm them like crazy. I really like E7 pressing onto GB and putting and getting the line up far forward, but GB, that was not a performance that they would be happy about. It's like they're just allowing E7 to farm them, but I know that it's probably not their intention, but yeah, we're seeing GB with their hit points dwindling, as E7 just working their position as well, and Milkshake just being very aggressive and not duly punished. Yeah, so this is going to be first win for E7. Wolf asking if it's for fun, will they take 7 Sheridans for fun? Maybe, but they have to be really careful about this. Now that the rules and regulations are up, we're not sure what's going to be classified as a play that is not acceptable in wargaming standards. So have to be really careful. Currently in the UK, at the moment, GV now changing with double I7 by Berlin, a Capcom, Ho Chi Minh, Vickers Light, Professor VK, double M60 by Doha, and Tokyo Nutmich, Kravhagen. They're dropping the Gorilla. We'll see if it's going to work. E7 this time, going with an STB1, very interesting tank, but could work on this map near the church side. They're now onto the north side. Quadruple I7, double AMX50B. Okay, we are back in on Cam Steer. So far, GV is starting really well. Had no didn't really react when E7 just went in positions to farm them out. Let's go. GB this time, with Ho Chi Minh going up. Unsuccessfully. Well, that's quite unfortunate here. Oh, this time he went up successfully, so that's good. And maybe looking to get B at the start very quickly. I think that will be the case, and that is going to be the case. They will try to get hold of C as well, and Ho Chi Minh going into B will. I think GB will get cat lead on C first. That means Ho Chi Minh doesn't really need to go for B unless they know that E7 is not going to look at B, and Ho Chi Minh will go to B now, and that will apply pressure onto E7 here. C is captured, A is captured, cap point's going to GV at the moment, and they will get B shortly. Well, that will be the case. GV will get both B and C, so cap points are in favor of GV. As for E7, well, are they going to make a push immediately? Well, they can do that, but they have to be really careful. But it's also possible because GV might not be in position or just yet, but they are already in position, so they can't really push immediately. They have some time to chip away hit points of GV. That's probably what I'm expecting from them right now. With 57 pixels, looking to get spots. Oh, we are seeing Nutmich try and put shots, but it didn't really hit here. Professor is spotted, and Berlin's also spotted. We're seeing more tanks spotted up for GV and E7. They're trying to work. They're trying to approach this one slowly. We are seeing what's going to happen here, but I mean, we're not going to do maths tonight. We hate let's just for tonight we hate maths. So we're not going to calculate how much time that E7 has in order to win. In order to win. Well, sorry, how much time E7 has before GB is going to win by cap points. And as we're seeing right now, E7 in the middle, lining up in the middle, looking to make a big push onto these IS7 in Tokyo. Just we might see a counterish coming in soon. And E7 with these IS7s just going to come in, looking to put shots. Oh, I think that could be a good move from E7. GV might have turned their attentions onto E7, onto these IS7 already, and I think with that information, I think E7 could make a push down to B, and also these tanks here very soon. But M4 trying to get B might not be successful here. Nuggets and Fry is really healthy here. Could go down and try to kill off Berlin, but Milkshake is killed. That's not good because that means GB has more than 800 cap points now, and E7 basically has to kill all 7 tanks in order to win this one. And GB is leading by more than 3,000 hit points. Nuggets and Fries is now dead, and I think Desert Rose just stayed too far behind, and the middle push was not really good at all. And Desert Rose now almost fully reloaded. Tokyo's now down to 1 shot, but the IS-7 keeps on bouncing. Tokyo's now dead. Berlin probably the next tank down, and they still have a lifeline here, but they need to get the kills out of the way as soon as possible. M4 is also reload, dropping down to the river. Tank Pro is now dead, so that means now going to be a 5 versus 4. If GB kills M4 out of the fight, or any other tank, GB would win the next match. Unless Professor goes down as well. And with C and B being cap-stopped, and Desert Rose being killed, GB will get the next match. It's now going to be 1-1. Hello, that's what he's doing. And here we go, GB 4 tanks do more than 2k, and E7 only 1 tank do more than 2k. That meter push didn't go very well, unfortunately. I think they hesitated way too much in pushing the tanks that are held down there. They kind of went in one by one, and GB had no issue in trying to shut them down one by one, and they got punished for that. And we are now going to Desert now tied 1-1, and let's see what's going to happen this time round. Descents. Most importantly, this is the area that is designated as marine, as wildlife reserve. That means if any clans are going to knock down the palm trees, they will get penalized by wargaming, and potentially they will be deducted of cups. And if they do that, then you're in trouble. I'm just joking. If you knock down palm trees, you won't get punished by wargaming, but you will be absolutely shamed by all the viewers watching this stream so far. So please do not knock down palm trees on Desert Sands. I mean, there's a good reason for that. You do not want to give away the information to the other team where you want to go. So please, if you don't want to be shamed by the viewers tonight, then don't knock down the palm trees, and that would be really good. Otherwise, we're going to see a brawl in the Desert side. We don't see a lot of action going around in City side. Well, we do see it often, but it usually doesn't work because it's really hard to defend. And the beating is quite low, so you might get spotted. And you have that kind of rich line that's occupied by train tracks that could get some information for the rotating team. So I would strongly not advise to go to the City side at the start. Let's go up high and see. Yeah, it's going to be a double round robin, so you can't, according to Sponge, rig your positions because it will not give you any advantage at all. It will be very foolish, and it will possibly do the wrong stuff in the end. So you don't need to do that. You can't do that, and it will be so foolish of you to do that. Well, actually now we're going to be seeing E7. Those tanks been spotted off by Hoshi. Makes a great job by Hoshi at the moment in Berlin. Already in the wreckage, playing wreckage, held down there nicely. So that would prevent E7 from getting anywhere further closer to A. GB could potentially get A at any moment. That will give them the cap lead. GB is just pressing E7 hard, chipping away hit points of nuggets and fries at the start. With Temple just trying to rotate from the outside through the city. I don't think that would be a good idea to cap C for now, because that will give information for GV to make a push. I do think that could be a bad idea from E7 here. They know that GB has 7 tanks in the desert, and E7 with only 6. And we are seeing Gravemind momentarily just going up and going back down to the deserts. And we hope that the flood the flood has not overtaken the entire city, although it's called Desert Sand, so potentially we might see a flood infestation in here, and it's really sad. I don't think anyone would want to be under a flood infestation. That would be very horrible. But E7 got C. They're not making a move yet, which is pretty interesting. I would have made a move in this situation, but anyway. GV might actually make a move. They're looking to get A. It's pressing even further up. STB gun depression is 10 degrees if I remember correctly, so that's a lot. As for medium. Oh, we are now seeing GV making a push now. This could be a good push by GV. Milkshake's actually is going to be the first takedown potentially for GV. And here we are. Tokyo receives a big hit while crossing, and would actually it could be the first takedown here. But Milkshake's going to go down at any minute, and GV actually this push didn't quite work out well as intended. Nuggies and Fries going into the GVs, going to break through GVs and defenses lineup, and GV now putting attention onto Nuggies and Fries. I think Nuggies and Fries went too far ahead. I mean, the tanks of E7 is still very far behind with Nuggies and Fries and tank throws both dead. Looking at Capricorn, probably going to be next time down. No, it's 57 pixels. It's now going to be a 5 versus a 6 versus 3. E7 with only 270 hit points remaining for M4. And now 2 more tanks remaining on the battlefield. Temple now on 1 shot and will be killed very soon. Dessa Sands. Dessa Rose, sorry, will be killed, and Temple will be killed. It's now 2-1 for GV. I'm not. I think E7. Well, kind of. Their setup was. I don't really like the formation they're displaying here. A bit too spread out, and that back chat pretty much dropped the ball. I mean, kind of, you know, ushering GV to push them. I mean, GV left it a little bit late, but I mean, it was. I mean, it's still a good push in the end, nonetheless. Killing off E7's isolated tanks, so I would say E7 just the tanks just too isolated, a bit too isolated, and was quite uncoordinated with the respawn. So now I think E7 needs to pick back up, and now it's going to be 2-1 for GV. At the moment here, GV looking good at the moment. E7 looking a bit off. Hopefully they will make a comeback in the next one. After they had made a really good strong start here on Camp C, and the first match was so good, but then the last 2 matches were quite lackluster. It wasn't really the E7 team that we know of. I hope it's going to be a lot better now. They need to make a comeback here. They're just not in full form at the moment. But it really doesn't matter. If they got knocked out, then they don't have to worry too much about their placing. On the other hand, we have GV going with triple IS7, Vickers Light double M60 with a W713, E7 double IS7 triple M60, a Vickers Light, no Vickers Light, a Batchat, and an AMX50 Yes, they must rather plant more trees. This is the responsibility of the teams here. They must donate to Wargaming, whether by buying containers or by buying discounted tier 8 tanks. They need to donate some money to Wargaming so that they can plant more palm trees on Dessa Sands. So let's make it happen, shall we? We need to ask Wargaming to plant more palm trees, make Dessa Sands and Oasis Sands, make Dessa Sands to be a rainforest, a palm tree rainforest. So that would be good to see. Yeah, it's gonna be good. GB red team on the north spawn, E7 blue team on the south spawn. We're now going back to Ho Chi Minh, going to mix some spots in. Tempo is spotted, so that's good. And potentially Ho Chi Minh is spotted. All spotted up the E7 tanks. Going, oh, great shot into Tank Pro there. Are they knocking down palm trees? Well, we're seeing soon. No palm trees being knocked so far for E7. Great job to E7 there, not knocking down palm trees. But GB, you're naughty. You've knocked down palm. You knocked down a palm tree. How, you need to pay for that, really. But E7 dropped so many hit points on the crossing, so that once again will give GB the advantage. If it continues this way, if GB is going to preserve the hit points well, GB will qualify 3-1, and they will meet RN next. But Capricorn actually takes some hits, so while pulling backwards, will not be knocking down a palm tree, so that's good. I really like that. E7 hasn't really knocked down any palm trees, actually. Well, I jinxed that. They knocked down a palm tree. Okay, E7, you need to pay for that. You knocked down a palm tree. Well, that's not good, isn't it? E7 currently still under around 2,000 hit points of disadvantage. But can they rush Nub Edge? I think that could be possible. It's actually quite isolated, but potentially the I7s off GB could rotate quickly. But E7 wants to make a rotation. If they want to make a rush, they have to decide quickly. But also they can try to push onto the I7s. I mean, there are loads of areas that E7 could try to push. But at the moment, they're just trying to opt for chipping away hit points of G7. Oh, Ho Chi Minh receives a big hit there. The 1 versus 1 battle between Ho Chi Minh and Desert Rose seems to go in favor of Desert Rose at the moment. Ho Chi Minh is desperately trying to run away. And we are now going for Temple. Oh dear, I think we'll see a push very soon. Now E7 has got the hit point pool lead back. Oh, but it's down already. Missed that. GB actually now make a push now. But G7 has already chipped away enough hit points for GV. Now they are leading in hit points. So that's a great comeback here for E7. 57 pixels is now dead. It's now 656. This can go really close. Milkshake is now very low, will be dead as well. Capricorn will be the next turn down, going alone. I don't think that could be a good move. I think that would be a misplay from GV. They are losing this, the second tag here. It's now even, 5 versus 5. E7 is still the hit point pool advantage. And if they continue this way, this is going to be E7, and we're going to be going into a tiebreaker. Doha will be the next tag down. Temple is now dead, and it's going to be Doha. Next tag down for GB, 4 versus 4. This is getting close, and I really like to see that. Nubitch will be next tag down. I think Tokyo needs to support Nubitch a little bit. Oh, but that's a great kill from Nubitch onto Desert Rose. Nuggets and Fries is reloaded, but that's a bounce right here. Another bounce. Nuggets and Fries can't bounce. Nubitch once again will not be bouncing Nubitch, but it's going to be picked up by M4 instead. It's now 2 versus 3. I think Nuggets and Fries to double bounce the entire clip be wasted. That could change matters. But GB is very separated at the moment. It's going to be hard. Really hard for GB now. I don't know. Tank Pro's tracked. We'll be back to safety. Tank Pro needs to turn this tag. Looking for Professor. Can he let a shell in? No! Can't let a shell in. It's now going to be a 2 versus 1 right now. And Professor is killed. Ho Chi Minh that because like could be the advantage that GB needs, because he can get the caps. I don't think B will be a good idea. C will be the better idea here now. Oh, M4. That snapshot didn't quite work out in the end. A will be captured by M4, will be on the drum reload. And A will be captured soon. C will be captured by Ho Chi Minh. But still, the cap win advantage is with GV. Nuggets and Fries will be regretting that miss. Those misses and bounces, however. And M4 still spotted Ho Chi Minh. M4 doesn't know where Ho Chi Minh is. Ho Chi Minh could still win this one. We'll be looking to get A, I believe. Jason saying that's a lot of IS7. I mean, we are seeing only quintuple IS7 across the board here, so that's not a lot of IS7. We see worse. And I like that M4 going to A. I think this could be the end game here. Ho Chi Minh looking to get A, and M4 sensing that Ho Chi Minh will get A. Great idea, great stuff. And M4. Great shot into Ho Chi Minh, down to 1 shot here now. E7 has 2 caps, but I don't think Ho Chi Minh is going to survive for long. Oh no. Ho Chi Minh tracks. M4. Oh, M4, that was a big miss here. Cannot afford to make a miss, and it's a kill. Making it to a 2-2 now. It's going to be a tiebreaker. Is it going to be GV or is it going to be E7? We're going to find out soon. Well done to E7. 4 tags to more than 2k. Chipped away a lot of hit points of GB. GB really underestimated E7 here. Kind of got too comfortable with the hit point pool lead they had at the start. I mean, with some tags, some players just a bit too careless with just peeking out and just allowing E7 chip away hit points. I think E7 will be really happy about that. But we're now on to Yukon 2-2 it is. Okay, GB. Oh, this time going for double M60Os, a mouse, VK, a Vickers Light, double I7, E7, going for a bat chat, a 50B, a mouse, triple M60O, and an IS7, I believe. Well, I mean, IS4, we still see a sprinkle of IS4 here and there, but I mean, still a good tank. Yes, the losers pay for winners' fallen palm trees. I think that's a good idea from DD. Yes, whoever is going to lose in this one, they need to pay for the fees for the palm trees which got knocked down. Yes. Here we go, we are on to Yukon. Who is going to get this one? Now 2-2. We can't tell now, but it's going to be very close. It won't be a bad idea to give us a forest map. Well, it actually won't be a bad idea to give us a forest map, but I would say it might be too much cover. Potentially, but I like to see a forest map. Yes. Well, let's actually ask Wargaming to make a forest map. That I would not actually disagree with. It could be a good idea. Maybe based on Amazon. I don't know, but well, that doesn't sound appropriate at all, isn't it? Well, actually, just it's not. Just going to say. Don't raise the Amazon rainforest. We need to preserve the Amazon rainforest. I mean, I digress. The GB might be getting a cap lead on A as well, but E7 will be getting D. Will GB get a cap lead? No, E7 got a cap lead here because they got D more quickly. And then we're seeing GB applying pressure onto E7 right now, looking closely at C, whether E7 are in position to reset C. I do think so. On the other hand, E7 also pressuring onto B, so B and C, we're seeing a lot of heat going on. But Berlin's not spotted. Now spotted. Let's look at Berlin. Will he get a reset here? Turning his tank, but unable I mean, Tempo is unable to put shots into Berlin. That buff is definitely very important here. But we are seeing more bounces coming in from E7, unable to really reset C, and also chipping away, damaging those IS7s now. E7 looking to pressure onto B as well, but GB got the cap lead back. In negative front, trying to go to B, but it's unsuccessful. Gets tapped twice. So hit points are now in favor of GB. Great shot into Capricorn here. And Tank Pro, are they trying to reclaim C? Well, that would be good though. And yes, E7 is looking to reclaim C. But that would not give them the cap advantage because GB will have more cap points, and they will still have 2 caps compared to E7, still also 2 caps. So GB's trying their best to reset C. Is it going to be successful in the end? It could be successful. Capricorn resetting M4. I don't think E7 is going to get C though. Meanwhile, while GB is trying to reset C, E7 slow B under GB's noses. And now, we're now seeing Temple and Deseros coming in for Berlin. We could see Berlin going down and Doha really low as well. So that's a great call. Great move by E7 here. Great move with those bases, and Berlin's now very low. M4 also very low. Will be killed first. Berlin's also down. Doha is also quite low. Milkshake's actually quite isolated. Has to be really careful, however. Nuggies and Fries need some help over on B. And exploring 1 versus 1 against Tokyo. 57 pixels coming in, but Milkshake took a big hit there from the knob edge. Will be looking to put his full clip into Capricorn and last clip before he goes down. And it will be a bounce, unfortunately, with GV looking to pick a push onto Tankro now. GV has a lot of hit points at the moment. And with Milkshake now down as well. 6 versus 4. Nuggies and Fries also killed. And Tokyo looking to get B. And Tankro now very, very low. Yes, it is the case. Tokyo also dead. It's now 5 versus 3. We're looking at Ho Chi Minh. Could get killed very soon. Blessed Rose still on the drum reload, but Tempo is already reloaded. Tempo kills off Ho Chi Minh. There's still a chance, but this chance is going to be really, really slim. Now that GV will win this one with 2 caps and 1000 cap points, they're going to meet RN next, knocking E7 out of the quarterfinals. Congratulations to GV and commiserations to E7. It was really close in the end. And E7, great, great game until they got B. And then they start to crumble as they got isolated in the end, 1 by 1. And until that, E7 has played this one really well, and GV, credits to them, isolating E7 forces in the end. Although they bled a little bit, trying to reset the bases, but they didn't bleed too much to make it an advantage, a big advantage for E7. So well done to GV, and we're now seeing RM versus GV next. How much time do we have left? We still have around 20 minutes left to go. But I'm going to take a break. I'm very hungry. I'll eat some apples potentially. So yes. Well, we'll also see the results of EA versus NQE7. And NQE7 are through. They've knocked out EA 3-0. I know it doesn't matter for EA, but that was not a good result for EA by any means. Okay, and then next we will have RM versus GV. And Feast versus NQE7. Okay, so the leaderboard currently, we are now seeing Asia server E7, RFP's GB Ho, IDEA, and HLV, and QE7 now in 9th place. Now that they are going to be in the semi-final, but they will be finishing the 9th place tonight. Unfortunately, EA, not best result, but here we go. And I'll have a break. I will come back soon, and meanwhile, just wait until I just come back. I'll go back and just talk you through what to expect tonight. Don't expect too much. Everything is decided. So tonight's merely for fun. It's just going to be for fun. Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun. So don't mind me if my commentary is a little bit not helpful at all. But we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. RM versus GB and NQE7 versus Feast. Now we're back soon. See you later.
to the shore. I've got my sights on a brand new beginning. A steady rhythm will hold me to the shore.
Hello, I'm back. No, lots of stuff is going on at the moment. But yes, we're back. We're just around. We only have around 3 minutes until the room is up. So, I will not get. I will not play a match. Yes, that's what I wanted to say. I will not play a match, and once again, while we wait, currently we are going to be seeing RM versus GB and Feast versus NQV7 in the semi-final, and those matches will begin once again in around 7 minutes. So. I'm just going to wait, I'm going to do stuff behind the scenes. Did I accidentally just activate it by Spotify? But that would be nice. Okay, it's just on probably the song that is playing in the background. Good. Okay, I think the room is up now, so we'll go in. RN versus GB once again. Nothing really big is at stake. So there is really nothing much to say about this, apart from good luck to both teams pretty much here. GB going with triple Y7s, double M6COs, and an AMX50B. RN, we only have Drabado just in the room right now. And okay, we have more people showing up. GB is now ready, and I'm ready to eat some apples. You know, fruits. You all love fruits. You all love fruits. We all love fruits. So we're going to have some fruits while we wait, as our end's going to show with more people. So munchy. Going to. Okay. While we consumed an apple slice, we're now seeing this setup now. GB going with double IS7 by Berlin Capricorn, Professor and Nubbage double AMX50B with double high and Tokyo double M6COs. Ho Chi Minh Invictus Light RN on the other hand, double 50Bs by Alpha and Iron Brett Tank, No Diva IS4, double Vicus Light by Oswald, and off meeting with the World in the M6CO and Ploy Show in the IS7. Okay, so Canal is a map that is based on, I mean, there are lots of caps, 4 caps, and clans would like to play for caps pretty much, and whichever team gets the cap, they will get a huge advantage here. This map is known for being very difficult to make a good push, but because of this unpopularity, because it's infamous of that, clans, the top clans would have trained on Canal a lot of times, especially when they are under cap point disadvantage. That they will try to force themselves into get a good rotation every time. And I believe if you are actually training, training with your clan, Canal is a good map to train on rotations. And I would say, good luck with this one, Canal. Rotations, as I always say, don't go for a cap first when you're under disadvantage. Basically, it's just where everyone is looking at, and it's all out in the open. I mean, both B and C are out in the open. You don't want to go for that first, and it really does. Yes, you might get more cap points of increase, but you will lose a tank, and you will lose a lot of hit points, and in the end, you probably would lose because you lost too many tanks. So now we're going to be seeing RN and GB. Great opportunity for both clans to train their rotations, and I don't think this will be the map that they want to meme, or anyone want to meme. it's such a huge opportunity for you to train your rotations, pretty much. And also, it's probably the only opportunity where both teams are going to play seriously anyway. So here we go. No diva is going for B, and GV is going really aggressive. As we saw, like with Chai Raiders yesterday, Apricot almost blocked Professor's shot. The Professor's great shot into the world, but unlike Chai Raiders, unlike BPS, RN didn't know what to do in this situation. They don't have tanks to shut down the rushing Capricorns and Professors, so unfortunately they dropped so many hit points, and no diva now down to 2-shot here. GB actually will have the advantage, probably, and no diva could be taken out soon. Yeah, it will be the case, and that leaves GB with a cap and also with a lot of hit points. But already Arya has made a move. I think that could be really important, but I think Berlin is stuck. Oh dear, I think he panged out. He panged out. It kind of stopped moving for a brief moment, but the world is also dead. So immediately GV has made a move near B, and this is going to be even more difficult for RN to make a comeback here. Alpha is looking to put a shot into Berlin. Great shot here. Second shot in. Was it Iron Bretter coming from behind? Berlin is now a one shot with Professor now dead. Iron Bretter tank would not be the tank getting killed, but Alpha is going to be killing Berlin. Iron Bretter goes straight for Ho Chi Minh alone. I have to be careful though. But there's only 3 tanks. There are only 3 tanks left remaining for RN. Pretty much nothing could be done for RN. With Iron Bretter tank also dead. It's now going to be 2 vs 5. Ho Chi Minh is also dead as well. And definitely Oswald, really healthy still in the Vegas light. I think Oswald will be quite helpless in this situation. Off beating will be killed by Nubbage, leaving not Oswald the last person standing. GB that push worked out brilliantly. But more to do with our end's tanks not knowing what to do in this situation. We saw yesterday on EU stream that big push coming at the start will not work all the time. It could work horribly wrong, but it didn't for GB, and GB will get a lead here. It's going to be 1-0 for GB here. And GB 4 tanks doing more than 2k RN, 2 tanks doing more than 2k, and we are seeing GB with the advantage at the start. Second match on Canal. Let's see what both teams going to do here now this time. Okay, good. So now we're seeing RN 3 tanks. And here we go. Let me get the file. Good. RN so far lost the first one. GV 1-0 so far, and we're now seeing RN triple M6Os by Point Kickshot Alpha and also off beating No Diva I7 Oswald, Vickers Light Iron Red Tank 50B and the World Mouse GB. Double bad chats by Professor of Ho Chi Minh, double I7 by Berlin Capricorn, double high and Tokyo, double M6O and Nubbage AMX50B, and we are now seeing GB just, you know, letting all out. And they have no regrets. Let's see. It's going to work. I want to see it work. That's good. That's good. Let's watch. Heading up high, we're seeing RN on the same spawn looking mostly on CD, and GB this time going for B. But this time, are they going for another big push onto C? They're actually looking to reset C, however, so I don't think World's able to get C, and RN will get D. That will not give a cap lead once again on RN, and they will need to do a rotation, but this time they have to conserve more hit points, so they have the disadvantage. Okay, hello Nat, how are you doing? A will be captured by GB as well. I don't think C could be captured though. Berlin is there to reset, and potentially GB will set up tanks to look at C as well. So our end, they have to figure out a way to rotate. And as I always say, the bottom valley is actually very, very helpful for the rotation from D, from the southeastern corner to the northwestern corner. We'll see what RN has to offer, but as you can see, also GB just put 2 tanks held down near B to reset whoever's trying to get B. As you can also see, Professor also in position to reset B, and Ho Chi Minh as well in position to reset B, and also maybe to get some spots up. We're going down for a brief moment. So if I were RN, no, don't go for B. and we are seeing GB 45 more tanks, so potentially we're seeing 7 tanks all looking at B, and you will be foolish to go into B first, because you will get smacked by all 7 tanks. GB is reworking the crossfire, but no diva is hiding near his spawn. Not sure what's the idea here, but could be important in the late game stages. And RN Capricorn still spotted. We actually might see a push coming in at the start from the enemy spawn. But that could throw GB off guard, but the roar's going in already. Bit by bit. Using this beating to side screen, only took a hit, so it's fine. Potentially triple M60Os. The roar has to be even more careful now. The roar might get B. No. GB is really looking at that. Don't go first. Don't go first. Iron Breath Tank coming from below. The mouse is already taking quite some hits already. And GB hasn't. And RN has lost their hit point pool advantage. No Diva has taken some more hits as well. Oh, but look at this. Iron Breath Tank coming from below. This is what you should be doing if you're rotating from D over to AB. Great shot to Doha. Doha could actually be the first tank down, and it will be the first tank down. The world going into B thereafter. Like, you know, distracting GB, and Capricorn could be taken out soon. Iron Breath Tank now getting focused by Berlin. Needs to run away from this, but Berlin, can he land a shell before Iron Breath is able to escape? No, Iron Breath Tank cannot escape, and Capricorn will be taken out. It is going to be the case. Great job to RN. That was pretty much what I would expect for a push over to B and A. And they got B as well, so that will apply pressure onto GB now. They need to get the kills. Ho Chi Minh is now really low. Off-meter kills off Ho Chi Minh. Well, this is pretty much the perfect rotation I'm seeing from D over to B and A. And GB, I think, didn't really I mean, I think they know what's going on, but I think they didn't kind of coordinate well to counter that. And RN looking very strong right now. 5 versus 3. Great kill onto Nutfish. The world is now dead, but it's 4 versus 2. Professor is now dead under big HE shell from No Diva, and that leaves Berlin the last person standing. And if EA is watching this one, this is how you do the rotation. RN has done it really well. Although B is now captured, it's not going to matter too much. GV would not win this one, leaving it to 1-1 for RN. Great job to RN. Great rotation. That is a good rotation. This is the textbook rotation you should do on Canal. You will see Iron Breath Tank initiating the rush first down the valley distracting the two tanks, trying to reset B, very close to B, held down near B, and while Iron Red tank gets distracted, you're seeing RN's those triple MTXL coming in to shut down those two tanks that are held down, with the mouse coming in thereafter to capture B. Because GV tanks are so distracted, originally they were looking at B very closely, but suddenly they aren't because they got distracted. There are elephants in the room, not just one. Elephants, multiple elephants in the room. So they have to address those issues. And in the end, RN just confused GV so much that RN was in total control of that rotation, and they got B as well. In the end, RN just won, killing all 7 tanks, and this is great job to RN. You need a pat in the back. Great stuff, great stuff. I like that. I like that. Great, so we're now to Navy Frontier. Alright. C would be captured by Ho Chi Minh, but we saw while I'm eating my apple, Oswald getting a lot of spots in. C is captured, so that's good. And cap points is going to be in favor of GB, but Aaron will get A thereafter. And no Diva going down. Looking to get B, got shot by Nutmich. And yes, RN will get a cap lead on B as well, and that will force GB to make a move. And yes, RN gets B. So that means cap points will be going in favor of RN very soon, although they are now under hit point pool deficit, cap point deficit, but that would change soon. GB only has 1 cap. That means only 5 cap points per 2 seconds, but RN 10 cap points per 2 seconds. So if you do the maths, RN will overtake GB very soon. They already overtook GB in cap points. We'll see how GB is going to make a push, but all the attention's on B. So they should. I think GB should not send like everyone on B. I would say pretty much they need to make a push on one end. Berlin going into B, unspotted, which is really interesting. I mean, Alpha missed that entirely. So GB, because Berlin is going into B unspotted, they probably don't need to make a push. But the world could change things. Nutmich took a hit. And now, once again, GB has 2 caps. Nutmich now quite low. So, RN's doing really well in chipping away hit points and also making a counter push onto Tokyo as well. Great call by RN. They've figured out some isolated tanks of GB. They're going to take Tokyo out of the way. And it's going to be nice. No Diva is going to put a great show to Tokyo, and that would mean it's going to be a 7 vs 6. Hit point push sharing from RN is pretty brilliant at the moment. It's quite equal. And we are now seeing Berlin still at B, still pretty healthy, but Capricorn could be quite low now. RN has a lot of hit points at the moment. and with off meeting looking to help the world on Berlin, that means Berlin could be taken out soon. But there are 2 bounces already. Alpha coming in. Great shot to Berlin, and 1 more shot will kill off Berlin. It will be the case. That leaves 5 tanks remaining for GB. 7 versus 5. Capricorn still really low, now down to 1 shot. And B is captured with no Diva also dead. Ploy Kickshow is killed by Nubbage. And Capricorn will be killed by Alpha. And great job to RM once again. They figured out the isolated tanks of GEV. GEV couldn't quite group up after they unexpectedly got B. That might be a strategy from our end. That could be a bait from our end. Such that GV, they think that they will have difficulty getting B, but in the end they didn't. And that kind of caught GV off guard, thinking that they don't need to do something else. And that means GV was kind of spread out in this situation. Our end grasped the opportunity to make a counter push on multiple sides and kill off the isolated tanks of GB. I mean, there are a couple of singular tanks on different sides, so RN picked them up one by one and put really good shots into Nubbage as well. RN now on the match point, 6 tanks doing more than 2k, and GB 2 tanks doing more than 2k. Great game from our end here. And we are on to the second match on Naval Frontier. Okay, now we're going to be seeing RN triple M60s by Alpha and Red Tag and off beating double IS4 by No Diva and The World, Ploy Kickshow in the Crown Wagon GB, double IS7 by Berlin and Capricorn, Ho Chi Minh Biggest Light triple M60s by Professor and Doha and Tokyo, Nubbage in the Mouse. Let's see here. Okay, our N red team this time on the north spawn with Oswald in an apple one. Going to the bush, look to get spots up. But C will be captured by Ho Chi Minh, potentially. And Berlin will be going to C as well. And GB will get a cap lead once again, this time. And RN, well, they didn't get it last time, but can I do it this time? Let's see. The World going into A, looking to capture A. That will put RN within 1 kill of flipping, so that's great news for RN. But oh, Berlin took a hit already. Oh, going really aggressive. Is this going to be a good call from Berlin? I think that could be a big mistake here, with RN putting a lot of shots already onto Berlin. Oh, Berlin will be regretting that dearly, because now hit points are now with RN and Berlin got himself stuck, and you're now seeing Ploy Kickshow, Iron Bretter rushing onto Berlin. Oh dear, Berlin. I think that was not the move that he will be happy about. So he will be regretting. I think he will wish that he has a teleporter, but that doesn't exist in this game, so Berlin will be the first tank down, and GV has to follow through. RN has a substantial hit point pool lead now, and if it continues this way, RN will make it to a 3-1. And here we go, Capricorn now the focus for RN will go down to Alpha. I will say it is the case, though we're coming from behind, but it's still going to be important because that next tank RN is going to go for with Doha, and they are reworking the focus fire here. Alpha almost fully reloaded, and off meeting people, great shot there, and just one more shot in. Oh no, off meeting with that bounce here, but Doha is now dead. And we're now seeing Ho Chi Minh now very low, down to 1 shot. Great shot into the edge by the world, but Ho Chi Minh is now dead. Brett Tang is roaring 1 versus 2, but GB Berlin made a terrible mistake, and GB paid for that pretty much. And RM will be very happy that GB made such a huge mistake, and that will send RM through to the final, and GB will go down to the bracket for the match for 3rd place. And Professor is killed by the world with Tokyo the last person standing. Well done to RN and GV. Oh, they should not make this kind of freak mistake in the professional tournament. That could be so costly. And here we go, off meeting, great shot into Tokyo, and our shot there. Oh, it's a bounce though. It will be off meeting getting the kill. Ploy kick shot unable to get a kill steal and gets bullied for that. In the end, it's going to be a 3-1 for RN, and they are through to the final. GB Berlin, don't do that again. But that was a bit embarrassing there. But RN 5 tanks doing more than 2k, and GB tried to follow up, but it was too much to handle. 2 tanks only doing more than 2k, and they are now going to be joining. We're going to find out soon. It's going to be NQE7. It's going to be Feast. They're still playing at the moment, so it's not 3-0 anyhow. And that will send RN to the final, and we'll at the cups. However, if EA didn't actually play a single match tonight, let's see if EA, if they are not given the cups for tonight, how will they finish? So only NQE7 knows whether EA showed up or not. Okay, so we're currently RN has overtaken E7 in the lead on the leaderboard, and now in the 1st place. I'll try. In my description, I haven't updated for a really long time now, but I'll try to post them in the description. There are a lot of songs that I've used over the years, so I would try to update that. After this, try to update that if I have time, obviously. NQE7, if they can go to the finals, NQE7 can qualify to the finals. If NQE7, if EA doesn't show up at all, I don't think their cups will be granted for the 3rd Crew Skill Tournament. If EA didn't show up tonight, considering NQE7 qualified to the final. Then NQE7 still needs to finish the first place here. So we'll see if it's going to be RM versus Feast or RM versus NQE7, and we are now going to update the leaderboard once again to consider that EA they actually did play a match. We'll see if we have more results coming in. Oh, Feast has beaten NQE7 3-1, meaning NQE7 definitely will not overtake EA, even if EA didn't show up tonight. I hope they did, but even if they don't, then it doesn't matter. NQE7 will not have enough cups to overcome Feast. So well done to Feast, and it's going to be RN versus Feast in the final. And we have around 30 minutes to go.
Promise me you'll get me through. Just tell me I can do this too.
We'll play some games.
For everything we fight to never lose. 'Cause everything we want. Oh,
We'll play on Asia server. I will torture myself with that, but it's fine. We'll get through that. seems to have difficulty in getting a match, which is not nice. And here we go. Hello, Tryhard Pete. How are you doing?
Time to roll out.
Oh, we lost a tank. Oh, we can push, probably. Ah.
Penetration. Our truck is in. It could break any minute.
Oh.
Our ammunition rack is hit. Vehicle destroyed.
Oh, it did work out really well in the end. No, not yet. Not yet, but you can assume Chai Raiders is now in 14th, if I remember correctly. Yes, we can't do well on the park in the park side. That's a bit embarrassing, but let's play another tank. Oh gosh, it's not fully upgraded, so I hope that I won't suffer too much while grinding this one. It's going to be a hard grind, but we'll find out soon. We're waiting for a really long time until the next. Until we have someone to fight. But we have someone to fight, and we are going to be the top tier. Hopefully, it won't go too badly.
Time to roll out.
spotted. 来是一直来的。Oh yeah. Oh. Oh no. Yeah, I'm getting hit from my right. Not sure why. Not sure if I can shield OKB2. Don't you dare. Oh. Oh, hello, Rolling Swarm. How are you doing? Oh, thanks for joining. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy my stream. Thanks for popping in. Great. Couldn't quite get it. Let's do it again. It's taking an absolutely dreadful amount of time to get into a match, and we still have 30 minutes to go until the matches start. Until the match starts, so gosh, we might have to play 1 or 2 more matches, but hopefully we'll get some good matches. Haven't done really well so far, but let's see. How about this? Well, 2 minutes already passed, and we still haven't found a battle yet. So we have to wait for a long time. Here we go. Let's see. A bounce. Yeah. Let's see if I can get more shots in. Gosh. Yes, more shots, yes. Ah. Oh, I missed. Good. Just one more shot and Pantera could be killed. No. The AG's been abducted by me, so... No more AG for now. But maybe we'll make a comeback. But we do have a Pantera. What happened to our Pantera? Oh, AFK. Where is it? Oh no, that's not nice to see. Because I finished all my apples, so no more apples. You can see me eating apples earlier, but I have finished them now, so you're late. So bye, Pantera. Already have 2k ready. Yeah. Is it normal that I'm doing all the stuff? I'm doing 2.6 and our back is falling behind. Oh gosh, are you seriously kidding me? Are we actually falling apart behind? What am I supposed to do? 1 versus 7 and expect that I could do? I could win for the team. Gosh. Bloody, what is this team? Well, this team is horrible. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness me. Well, now I'm getting shot from literally every side, so bloody, I'm just going to go forward. Let's see if I can do something from this. Good. Ow. Well, this ping is really bad. And also, I'm now getting shut down. Doesn't help when there's ping and also I can't penetrate shots. Like, it's like a few seconds. It's lagging a few seconds. Gosh, come on. Oh no. Well, this is the worst team ever. Like, how is it me that is only doing the damage? Gosh, this is just absolutely atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. I don't know what to say about this one. 4-0 damage. And we lost that. We lost our backyard. Come on, is it? This is unacceptable. I just want to downvote you all, but I can't do it because I'm on the stream. It would look really bad. But I want to. But this is just horrible. Gosh, this is just bad. And I think the room should be up, so I can't play anymore. I don't think I got a win so far. I think the last one was so unfortunate. I mean, the team. I mean, you can't expect someone to do 1 versus 7. It's not going to happen. You're not going to win 1 versus 7. This is not going to happen. And what the heck happened to our backyard? Why did we like fall apart and behind? Like, this is not possible. To be honest with you, so like, oh my gosh, this is just abysmal. This is atrocious. This is horrendous. This is calamitously bad. Gosh, this is oblivious. I'm gonna use it for every single word that I can think of that describes bad. This is poor. I don't know, like the team is just totally clueless. Don't know what's going on, but anyway. By the end of my round, I think we will get a room up soon. In any moment, I will go in. Yes, the room is up. We'll go in now. Let's forget about what happened last match. The team was so bad. But now we're going to be seeing Aaron versus Feast. Oh, what is this name? Kopukumi ni or Kukumi ni. Interesting name. I don't know. That we're now seeing Bifrost, Epsilon, Jahi, James, Necromancer, and Z Park now in. Alright, and Jabalo just going in and out. I think there is. I think there is a bug. It's flashing. I think we need a flash warning for this. A trigger warning here. Travado, if you can stop doing this, that would be very nice of you. But I don't think they will listen to this. I don't think they will. I don't think they will be able to listen to this. So that stopped. Brilliant. Someone went in instead. So bye, Travado. We will be spectating because Travado is being very naughty. This is your punishment. On the other hand, we have Feast. Where we have Toy Kickshaw in the M60 alongside Alpha, and I'm Brett Tank. No Diva in the IS4, Oswald in the Vickers Light alongside Off meeting the World in the IS7 potentially. Feast on the other hand will be taking Cucuming in the Cucuming me, I think, in the IS7. I don't know, it does sound like I'm falling for something, but I can't recall what I'm falling for. We are seeing Necromancer in the I7, Bifrost in the M60 alongside Jahi Silver and the Vickers Light James, and the Crown Violence lies my waifu in the 50B. Z Park is going to spectate, potentially or not. We're going to find out soon. And they're still looking to have their 7th player here, but oh, okay, F7 is now here. Vickers Light, it will be the case. Hello, Nifflin, how you doing? Go in on Faust. Neon Genesis is going to be spectating. No, not even admitted to spectating. Even there's one spot remaining, but very quickly he's given the permission to spectate, and it's now going to be RN versus Feast, the final match of the final game of tonight. RN currently the first place, and Feast. Let's see what they're going to do here. Heading up high, we are seeing RN red team on the north spawn with Feast blue team on the south spawn. RN will be putting their tanks over to C. with the world getting this cap, it will be the case. C will be captured, off meeting in the biggest light. Looking at spot D, James is spotted here, but off meeting will be getting out of here. At the moment, C will be captured. F Silver has been shot at by Oswald. Hello, Exit, how you doing? And C will be captured at the start, with both Iron Rat Tank and Oswald getting shot at. So that means Oswald trying to run away, took a hit there, was a big hit. However, Oswald is able to run out of this without getting killed, so that's good. Oh, bump into this bunker here. Will F Silver be able to land another shell? It is the case through a bush. Oh dear, now Feast is now leading by more than 2,000 hit points, with Kakuming Me trying to go deeper into RN. But Chloe Kickshot bounces onto Kakuming Me, and it's now still going to be Feast with the hit point pool lead, but they don't have the cap lead, but they have the bargaining power, so I would say they have a good chance of pushing RN out. But James has already taken a lot of hits, now down to one shot and already killed. So that means Feast 7 versus 6 very quickly, but RN still under hit point pool disadvantage. If RN's able to keep on focus firing, it will bode very well for RN. But Feast currently once again doing a lot of hit point chipping, so once again they are still under a healthy hit point pool lead. But Kakuming Me could be the next tank down, as they are looking to. He's getting rushed by Ploy Kickshaw, but it's a bounce there for Ploy Kickshaw. But off beating has now come in. It's a bounce though. A lot of bounces scored onto those IS-7s. Another bounce scored by Kakuming Me. I think those bounces from RN could hurt their chances a lot. We're now seeing Kakuming Me now coming from behind, looking to shut down No Diva. Feast has now made a counter push near D, with No Diva now dead, although RN got D as well. But they're losing a lot of hit points. But suddenly, the hit points are now neck and neck. I don't know what happened right here. I thought like Feast got an even bigger hit point pool lead, but suddenly now RN has the cap and hit point pool lead back, and they also have the cap lead, so they have a huge advantage right now. With Bifrost also now dead, Jai kills off Ploy Kickshaw, but it's killed by the world. It's now 4 versus 2. Oh dear, suddenly RN has to make a turnaround, but Iron Breath Tank is now dead. And Kakuming Me is now really low. How did RM make a turn around this? This is a great fight from RN. Despite a lot of bounces, and I think Feast, they might have been a little bit half-hearted with that push, and it really bite them hard in this match. Looking at a slice by Waifu, great shot into the world, but will go down to the world, I would say. Oswald bouncing that. But it's going to be off beating that's going to get the kill steal. RN 1-0. Great job to RN. Oh my lord, 7 tanks doing more than 2k. So that means every single tank of RN is really important, and that's just a good sign. They're sharing the. I mean, they're probably focus firing really well. But Feast only 4 tanks doing more than 2k, although they had a solid hit point pool lead for pretty much the entire game. Not sure why they lost it. Probably they allowed RN to focus to isolate tanks well, but probably more to do with RN with the immaculate focus fire, and their hit point pushing was also brilliant to watch. So here we go. RN 1-0 to Feast, and Feast, they're losing the plot. They're not happy about that loss. They think that they should have won the last one. They say that they don't deserve this, and they're now not happy about what happened there. They're going with 5 mediums, quadruple E50Ms, and FE422, and double IS7. RN still doing the serious stuff at the moment. Double Vickers Light by Oswald and all beating. No Diva in the IS4, the world IS7, potentially triple M60 by Iron Breath Tank Alpha and Blood Kickshaw. And currently, you're seeing GB versus NQE7, and NQE7 beat GB 4-0. Oh, that must be a big kick in the teeth, because that was a big win from NQE7, but that's not going to be enough to get them to the top 8. So it's going to be and QE7 finishing the 3rd place tonight. And we're now in Feast, quadruple E50Ms. Let's see what's going to happen here. Oswald's having question marks. Let's head up high now. RN red team this time. I think RN's a bit confused about Feast sit up, but I know that they're just kind of raging quit at this point. I know they're not raging quit. I think they're just having fun, but it looks like they are raging hard, like last game. It's their game. Why are we losing? probably my fantasy, but I do think that they're angry. But anyway, we're seeing RN going into C very quickly as well. And No Diva will be getting C. Yes, it is going to be the case. But Feast with 2 mediums near A, but the V50Ms are now close. Will they make a push? Or we're seeing Jahi. We're seeing a push coming down to the right side. No Diva in trouble. But shots into No Diva right now. The E50Ms also now coming in. Will it work? Necromancer coming from behind. Great shot into No Diva. And oh my gosh. No Diva could be taken out very quickly. Great job from Feast here. It could work. I think it's working really nicely at the moment with now No Diva dead. EVTMs coming from behind. I think they can try cap D, but they are under numerical disadvantage, so that means they really need to hurry up. I don't think D will be an option, and this is going to be the case. Shigemugu coming to support. Look at the skill of Oswald. Looking at this. The VVDMs also took a lot of hits, but now Shigemugu chasing down off meeting. This is actually pretty exciting. I love this one. Off meeting is now going to be down to potentially a one shot, and that ram. Oh, Shigemugu missed that, but it will be a kill shot there. 3 versus 6. Feast releasing their anger onto RN. I mean, look at the E50Ms really chasing down those Vickers Lights. They hate the Vickers Lights. They really want them out of the game. And it's now going to be a 2 versus 5. Looking at this Feast. Necromancer looking to put a good shot into the world. James ramming into the world. Feast just ramming everyone. Just chasing down everyone. Don't anger Feast. Don't light their fire. If you light their fire, you're just going to become auto. They're just going to become auto bokeh beaver, and you know, we like punk metal. Well done to Feast. It worked really well, and I mean, if anyone from Chai Raiders is watching this, learn how they do with 5 mediums. This is brilliant to watch. We aren't seeing anyone making a terribly bad move, like going up the hill and getting shot by almost everyone. Feast with this kind of teamwork was very great indeed. They can keep on doing this, or maybe they would do something different now this time on Winter Minovka. 1-1 it is now. Well done to Feast. I like that. Great job. And this time, Feast. Let's see what they're going to do. RN, double mouse. Double by off meeting at the world. Double MCUs by Alpha 9 Brett Tag. Kickshaw and No Diva. Double IS7 Oswald in the Vickers Light, but Feast this time is a bit more typical. Double mouse by Kuming Me and Jahi. F Silver FE422 B Frost M60. Double IS7 by James. Necromancer Shigemugu and M48. They released the anger. They're going a little bit more normal now. So I mean that kind of scared Aaron a little bit. Here we go. I mean, Winter Minoka. What do we expect here?
Time to roll out.
Here we go. Alright, red team this time. Going for C with Feast. Blue team going for A. They're just going for A very quickly at the start. Drifting into A. For Shugabugu leading the charge as well, looking to get spots up. Nope, it won't be the case. Aaron going the other way, going for C. And we are now also seeing Feast with these tanks, with the mouses looking near B. C will be captured by Poikik No Diva and Oswald. Oh, Iron Bread Tank took some hits here and tagged Shugemugu. But still, the hit points are still in favor of Feast at the moment. And this is going to get a little bit down. It's just really unlike last game where a lot of action, and that definitely would keep you awake. But this time, it seems we can fall asleep for a brief moment. But we could see some moves coming in soon. Hit points are still with Feast, cap points are with Feast. So RN needs to figure out where to rotate, and this is going to be hard. Feast would not let it easy. Let this one be easy for RN. But Bifrost dropped some hit points, so they have to be a bit more mindful. And it's still not a lot of things happening. Ploy shot took a hit, but he's going even more aggressive. Want to wait a little bit more for the M60Os to support. Currently, they are still a bit far behind. RN pretty much spraying out at the moment. They have to group up at one point later in the game. But Feast they are getting more aggressive now. Obviously, zero people looking to. Oh, I think this can be big. Receives a shot. Bifrost bounces onto off meeting. Off meeting actually receives quite some hits. F Silver, I don't think he's able to put shots, and he didn't actually put any shots here. Jai's trying to stop Aaron from getting B. The hit points are still neck and neck though. I think that's going to get exciting in the late game stages. And Feast, Jai needs some help here. Off meeting, still toying around near B, but Bifrost's coming in, and they will shut down off meeting. But RN are not doing anything on the other side. That could be a problem here because now Feast has killed one tank out. And oh my gosh, the next tank they will be killing will be Ploy Kickshaw. The inaction of RN on the other side could be a big problem here. Kukume Me is now down to a one shot. The Ploy Kickshaw is now dead. That means it's now going to be a 5 versus 6. And if it continues this way, it could become a Feast win again. Feast, 2 caps. And we're seeing James going to be the focus for RN, but RN, they're going to lose Alpha next. And it's going to be the case. It's now going to be 4 versus 5. Jai is killed as well. So 4 versus 5 for RN. And Feast is looking to get C and also trying to get RN at the same time. Oswald is killed very quickly with B. Trying to be captured once again by RN, but it won't be successful because we're seeing Bifrost's F Silver coming in. And also James to shut down the world. Iron Breath Tank's now dead, and Feast will get 1,000 hit cap points. RN, they were made to pay for their inaction in the corner when Feast was pushing down the middle. RN left way too late in the corner there. They just waited way too long and allowed Feast to kill 2 tanks already. RN only with 2 tanks doing more than 2k, but Feast 6 tanks doing more than 2k, and we are now back on Winter Malinovka. We saw an ammo rack before, and that was WZ-1-3 ammo rack. I forgot which team it was. It was not nice. Feast 2 are now, and 2 more matches, 2 more wins for them, and they will win this fixture tonight. And the group. Now, RN going with double Batchats, double Mouse, double M60, and an IS-7 Feast going with an AMX-50B, double 1-3, an IS-7, enough FE-422, an M60, and a Mouse. Let's see what's going to happen in this one. And let's see, RN double batch huts. How will it work this time for them? But Feast, anger released. They're going even more normal this time, taking more typical tanks. And here we go, second match on Winter Malinovka. Okay, here we go. RN, red team on the south spawn with Feast, blue team on the north spawn. Okay, we are now going to be seeing Oswald looking to secure A. Looking to get some spots up before trying to get A, but off BC will get A now. And B could be captured by no one. I don't think anyone will be able to get B. But RN just played this one very passively at the start. The world already took a hit here, so that's not a good start for RN. But they got A, so they got cap lead, so they just have to stay safe and defend, and they should have it. Meanwhile, Feast, they will get C, but they need to make a rotation. So let's see how Feast is going to make a rotation here. And Sugar and Mugu. Great shot into Alpha in that 1-1-3. Looking to reload once again. Looking to put a Narshell into the world. So that means the hit points are in favor of Feast by a good amount. That bodes them well for good push. Are they going to push the mouses, or are they going to push near the spawn? Back to the spawn. We're going to find out soon. I don't think Feast would want to push to the RN spawn. So what Sugar Mugu is trying to do, trying to chip away hit points off the mouses and try to frustrate them as much as they could. Maybe they would get a rotation somewhere, but I would not advise a rotation down to the to RN's spawn. Let's head up high once again. And no Diva took a little bit of hits, but RN keeps on losing hit points, so they are already not doing well in conserving their hit points, and this means Feast is now leading by more than 2,000 hit points. This is not looking good for RN at all. The world takes a few more hits as well. And RN looking to make a counter push, thinking that Feast is not grouped up there nicely. Sugar and Mugu might be in trouble, but oh my gosh, I thought Necromancer is showing the backside. No, it's not showing the backside. But we are now seeing Feast and also making a counter push. So will RN make a counter push? We'll find out soon. But RN now making a big push onto those M60Os. Ploy Kickstarter is going to go down soon. Hit points in huge favor of Feast by more than 4,000 hit points now. Iron Red Tank could be the next tank down, and Kikume Me is going to be the focus for RN. And this is descending into Anarchy very quickly. But that's a great shot into the world from Necromancer. Red Tank still alive, but Kikume Me is going to be down in any moment soon. Iron Red Tank reloaded, but getting surrounded by 3 tanks, maybe 4. It will be killed very very quickly. Kikuming is also dead. We are seeing Oswald coming to support off meeting, trying to take out F Silver, but they are showing their backside to Bifrost, and F Silver is actually more likely that the double batch that's going to be sent to the garage, and it will be the case soon. F Silver almost reloaded, will be killing off Oswald. No Diva very low, killed by Slice by Waifu, leaving Alpha the last person standing, and Feast will be leading 3-1 now. Match point to Feast. Now RN struggling to cope with Feast. Aggression at the start, and RN dropped too many hit points at the start, and they were really unable to make a good push. In the end, it was a bit too impossible for them, and it's now 3-1. Feast, 5 tanks doing more than 2k, but RN only 1 tank doing more than 2k. So we are now back onto Fort Despair, potentially the last match of tonight, and that will conclude the previous guild tournament season. And we will also check the leaderboard. Not that it will change much, but we will check the final leaderboard. And we're now on to Fort Despair. But will RN go angry and do what Feast did on the second game of Faust, and just, you know, take something unusual? But Feast, they got it. Yes, I agree with Wolfheart. They pretty much controlled RN after the first loss. So so Feast now is just trying to end on a high note with let's see what they're going to do here. It will be triple IS7, double M60, 113, and a mouse. And Fort Despair, potentially the final match. If Feast could win this one, they will be winning this group, and they will win the fourth previous guild tournament. And yes, let's see about this. Feast. Let's see if I've updated. I've updated the score line, the scoreboard. Here we go. RN. Red team this time North spawn Feast. Blue team on the South spawn. Let's see what's going to happen on Fort Despair. Oswald, the T22 medium. Oh, let's catch up with him. Looking to get spots up for RN, but oh, we could see Slice, no, Bifrost not going to the middle side. B could be completely empty. Oh, but more spots been done. We're going to see a lot of action around A. 4 tanks sent to the corner versus 3 tanks for RN. RN trying to take over corner, but Feast is just going to make a good push, I think, now that they have the numerical advantage. Alpha is coming in to support. So suddenly Feast might not be able to make a push, but looking to take No Diva out of the way. No Diva needs to pull back potentially, and RN needs to support, needs to shield No Diva, but No Diva is still not really shielded at the moment. And they're now looking to take out Sugar and Mugu as well. So this has descended into pandemonium with off meeting looking to kill off Sugar and Mugu. That's the case. It's all about focus fire right now, but Feast has slight hit point advantage at the moment. And I think F Silver could be the next time down. Oswald's very far the back, trying to get shots in, but F Silver now very low. Necromants are also quite low, but it's going to be off meeting being taken out next. WZ13 is the DPM. Ploy-Kick will be killing off F Silver, and that's going to be 5 versus 5. With Necromants potentially next time down, RN's focus fire is really working in favor. And Bifrost could be the next time down. We are probably seeing 1 versus 1 action of T22 and M60. but Iron Bread Tank's now dead. 4 versus 4. Hit point still in favor of Feast, but it's not going to be a lot though. Bifrost is dead, and it's now going to be 4 versus 3. Aaron with a gun advantage. This can be huge. Now, Kokuming me in that mouse would not have a lot of DPM, and so is the world. And I mean, RN really Alpha looking to put the entire shell into James. And Alpha can kill off James at any moment. It will be the case, leaving it to 2 versus 4. Sliced by Waifu is still trying to do a 1 versus 1 against Oswald, but it's a miss right here. And Oswald is doing a huge job, really denying Sliced by Waifu to support their teammates. But Oswald is finally dead. But already it's a 1 versus 3. In this area here, RN doing really well with the focus fire. And they really deserve to win this one, leaving Sliced by Waifu the last person standing. And that means RN will bring it back to 2-4. And that's an amazing one from RN. And out of bounds it is. Employee Kickshaw trying to go into, trying to get Sliced by Waifu out of the way. Great shot there. I think second shell will be going into Ploy Kickshaw. Third shell will also go. Oh, it's a bounce though. The world coming in, looking to have a ram. No, it's just a kill shot. 4-2 for 3. It's going to be 3-2 for Feast. Match point still for Feast, but RN. That focus fire right there is really good. Good focus, good concentration overall. And Feast. Especially, oh, Sugar Booger did 0 damage, yikes, but especially, that T22 Oswald holding off Slice by Waifu for a really long time, and that means pretty much 1 tank out of the way for Feast, and our end, 4 tanks do more than 2k, and so is Feast, but what a big match for Oswald, although didn't do more than 2k, but holding off Slice by Waifu for a really long time helped RN killing off the tanks in the corner. While Kickshaw more than 5k, also doing a lot of great stuff. But my man of the match definitely will go to Oswald here. 2 versus 3, and we are now going back to Fourth Despair, second match of Fourth Despair. What's going to happen now? Here we go. Quarter-finalist Feast team. Let's go in. Fourth Despair once again. There we go. Potentially the last match of tonight, or not. Is he a tiebreaker? Will RN bring it to 3-3? That's head up high and watch from the back of the map. RN. Oswald in the T22. Let's see. Will he get all the spots in? Nope. No spots at the moment. Feast. The tanks. Oh, I think we're going to see another big brawl going around the corner. This time, RN sent 5 tanks. Feast only sent 4 tanks. Oh wow! It has descended into entropy once again. It's going to get really chaotic, but RN found Kukumimi as the first target to take out. It's going to be the first tank down for Feast actually, but Iron Bread tank is really low. Ploy Kickshot unable to kill off Kukumimi because FC was doing a great job in shielding Kukumimi. So RN suddenly their focus has turned to somewhere else, and Feast might be able to actually use this few seconds of hesitation from RN to their advantage. The hit would still with RN, and this is a big mess happening right here. It's a CF, it's a cluster F. The Polar Kick is now down to one shot. It is going to be another kill. 5 versus 5. This has gone into disarray, with off meeting now really low. Bifrost is now dead. Dog's dinner, dog's breakfast, dog's lunch, dog's supper. I don't know what to say about this. Slice my wife who down to one shot will be killed as well. 5 versus 3, and RN looking really good at the moment. They have a gun advantage, they have a slight hit point pool lead, but Alpha is going to go down any minute, but Suganbugu is also dead. James still really healthy, 2 really healthy tanks. But RN, they have Mouse and Oswald full health, so that could be really big. Feast unable to dispatch RN. This is going to go to a tiebreaker, very much. And RN, no diva, kills off James, leaving Necromancer the last person standing. RN's looking to make a Reaver sweep here, and Oswald. Ray shot into Necromancer and the world, briefly ramming to Necromancer, and more shots going into Necromancer. No diva, one shot still circling around this big rock. Oh, but that was a great kill from Necromancer, using the gap there to kill No Diva. Now Necromancer's down to one shot. RN brings this to 3-3. We are on to a tiebreaker, and it's exciting, although it's a big max. Look at this. How many Harkers can you count here? I can count 10 of them. Like, the entire team is pretty much there. And RN, 5 tanks do more in 2k, and Feast, 3 tanks do more in 2k, and we are now on to Desert Sands. Here we go, RN. Quadruple Y7s by Plot Kickshot Alpha, No Diva in the world. Double T282s by Oswald and Off meeting Iron Brett's tank in the level 1. Feast, on the other hand, going with a double M60s by Bifrost and Necromancer, F Silver in the M60, Jahi and Kikuming in double I7, James potentially in the biggest light, and we are seeing Sugar and Boo in the pattern. Oh, interesting. Desert Sands. It's all about the desert side. And Feast going slightly lighter this time. Will it work? But a lot of power down tanks, so that looks good for Feast. And RN, triple mediums as well. So both teams go for triple medium. So I think for the very first time we're seeing 6 medium tanks across the board. Very rare, but I love medium tanks. So I will medium and light tanks. I would love to see more of that in the future. Maybe we can see more. We can see 14 medium tanks in the future of both sides, and I will be a happy man. But there we go. That's a sense. Final match, definitely for tonight. Let's go. Let's go and watch.
Let's get this show on the road.
Good. RN. This time they're going to the middle. They might be looking for a push, but let's actually follow James for a moment. Oswald is spotted. James himself is spotted. Will he get a shot from the T22? Oswald could have put a shot in. Oh, great HE shell right here. Off-beating bounces onto the gun though. Oh, but already RN already going through the down the bridge, looking to get James out of the way. But Feast, James ran away quickly enough, and now hit points still in favor of Feast. And Aaron looks a bit separated at the moment, but they might be able to focus to shut down Necromancer. But we are now seeing Feast focusing onto the world here. F Silver is tracked. The Great Shot into the world. World is trying to run away, but it's now down to one shot. But F Silver is getting killed already. It's now going to be 37-6. The next tank down potentially. I don't know which one, because the low hit point pool tanks off. Aaron has already rotated away. The world's still really low, but Feast has already dropped some hit points trying to chase down those low hit point pool targets. But Alpha could be the next time down. Unfortunately, getting very isolated. Necromancer is killed. Alpha is going to be taken out, and this is still close. The world is dead, but James is very low as well. James needs to survive, but no, he won't, because no divine kickshot killed James, and it's now 6 versus 4. Gun advantage to RN at the moment, and Feast crucial bounces onto Alpha. This is looking really good for RN right now. I think RN is looking to get a reverse sweep onto Feast. Kukuming Me is now very low, going to be rushed by RN's tanks. Alpha is now dead, and it's 5 versus 3. Kukuming Me down to a one shot. Will be killed by off beating. It will be the case. Bifrost also quite low. Some Rams over here, but Bifrost down to a one shot. I don't think that kills him off. Jai's my waifu is the last person standing. This match will go to RN, and RN will get the first place tonight. Well done to RN and Feast. Very close, so close. 3-1 at one point, but got reverse swept. RN 4-1, 4-3 to Feast. And that concludes the previous skill tournament season for the Asia server. And 4 tanks doing more than 2k for RN, 1 tank doing more than 2k for Feast. And I'm very happy that we are in for a really great finale tonight. Unfortunately, Feast will not be the one winning. It will be RN. But it has been me, one's helper. We'll be following our EU server tonight, and we will begin with APA versus Phoenix, and we'll follow through the bracket. As always, it's been a pleasure. And I'll be back soon. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you later.